Episodes can be pulled from rotation for various reasons, and when that happens we normally know the reason, but in some cases it takes years before the reason is made public, and it can turn out that it's something completely different than what was previously speculated. This is the case with the band Dexter's Laboratory episode Dial M for Monkey, Barbequor. For those who don't know what the lore behind Dial M Monkey segments is, they tell the story of Monkey, owned by Dexter, who lives a secret life as a superhero. Kind of similar to how Dexter keeps his laboratory a secret from his parents. Well, for the most part, he did canonically erase their memories when they found out, and Monkey also did the same to Dexter. But back to Monkey, who at the start of the series had a way more prominent role by being the main character in his own 7-minute segment. Similarly, the Justice Friends also had their own segment in the first season, but neither were as popular, so both the Justice Friends and the Dial M for Monkey segments were in the second season more or less skipped over and pushed aside, and the last relevant role of those characters was in the last episode of season 2, which was at first meant to be the series finale. That said, one segment of Dial M for Monkey sticks out, since it was rarely aired and received next to no home media release, since it was excluded from basically every release so far. This said, it was aired outside of the US, many other countries show it normally, and for a while also the English-speaking countries like Canada, the UK and so on showed it normally before it was removed from the rotation there. As of the dubs around the world, they aired the episode more or less normally. So what happens in this episode? Most of the time the Dial M for Monkey episodes have this premise where some villain appears and Agent Honeydew sends signals to Monkey, who then transforms into a superhero, and then he saves the day. This time, however, when Monkey is summoned, it's because it's his birthday, and the superheroes are throwing a party for him. But then the mustard and the ketchup go missing, and the superheroes notice that a silvery guy riding a spoon took the mustard and ketchup, and one by one they go after him, while making sure that Monkey stays at his birthday party. The first group fails, and then the second group fails. Turns out it's not just the silver fruit who is here to cause trouble, but also Barbequor, who has a taste for planets and uses the sun as a heat source to grill the entire solar system so that he can eat it. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested if the influence of certain substances played a role in making this cartoon. Anyway, Monkey comes to the rescue, gets slapped silly by the silver spooner, but manages to trick him by claiming Julie Garland is nearby, and then uses the spoon to make Barbequor spit out the planets and the sun. And so the day is saved. Monkey is once again the hero, but despite being his birthday, he has to drive Kronk back home, who got wasted at Monkey's birthday party. And so the episode ends. So, why was this episode banned? For years it was speculated that the reason was that the silver spooner was too much of a gay stereotype.
Your efforts are in vain. I am the Silver Spooner, culinary guide for, herald of, and personal valet to, Master, his most cosmic colossalness, Barbequor, eater of worlds. The Master has chosen planet Earth as his main course, so let the feast begin. Not more pests. Stop! You're far too late. Even now, my master is preparing his planetary shish kebab. Judy Garland, where?
It was 1996 after all, and a kids show. Some also speculated that Kronk, being obviously drunk, also played a role, but neither of those was the actual reason. But that was the information we had back then. I also used that information when I made a video about Cartoon Network's banned cartoons. Back in 2007. Yes, that was when I made that video. It was uploaded again on this channel in 2010, and it got several millions of views. I highly doubt that this video will be that successful, but I wouldn't mind it. So anyway, the real reason why this cartoon was banned is something that really makes no sense if you use logic. It's copyright infringement. Turns out the copyright holders of the Silver Surfer weren't pleased with the parody of their character and claimed that the Silver Spooner was plagiarizing their character. Or maybe they were even insulted at how over the top and flamboyant the Silver Spooner is in this cartoon. Who knows? We will probably never know the details. One thing is for certain though, parody should be excluded from copyright. The Silver Spooner is like every character in Dial M for Monkey and in the Super Friends segments, a parody. In other words, it's fair use. This isn't Japan, where you more or less need to ask for permission to parody something. This is the US, where this really shouldn't happen, but it did. Interestingly, no other parody character ever caused problems, but for some reason someone got their feathers ruffled up and threatened to sue. So I wouldn't say that the speculation that offense was taken at how the parody character was depicted is baseless. Cartoon Network then caved in to the threat and the demand that this segment gets removed from rotation, even though they would have obviously won a potential lawsuit. So why did they do that? Money. It's that simple. It would be expensive and not worth it over a 7-minute segment that's on top of all not even that popular with the viewers. The whole thing kind of reminds me of how back in 2003 Spike Lee tried to sue Spike TV because his massive ego convinced him that he now owns the word Spike. He obviously lost, but Spike TV wasn't really celebrating either, since it was a lot of unneeded controversy as well as costs when it came to that idiotic lawsuit. And this is the problem with lawsuits. They're supposed to happen as a way to find justice, but can also be misused as threats. Japan has quite the problem with this. An example of this is Nintendo patenting common game mechanics and using this as a lawfare against their competition. In most other countries, this wouldn't work, but Japan, it's Japan. So overall, I disagree with what was the reason for this episode to be pulled from rotation in many places, and the ban isn't even consistent. In most English-speaking parts of the world, the episode was pulled after it was shown a couple of times. So yes, even in the US, it was shown apparently twice or thrice. Same with the UK, Canada, and so on. This also includes my country, or better said, the Central European Cartoon Network version that I received on TV. I remember seeing this episode when I was young, but at a certain point it just vanished. This said, places where this series got dubbed didn't seem to get the memo. The German Cartoon Network, for instance, aired this episode normally until they stopped airing the whole series. So they didn't care that this was banned. As of home media releases, this episode got skipped more or less everywhere, including the supposed complete DVD release. Gotta love false advertising, considering both Barbequor and root removal are missing, so no, it is not complete. Just say all seasons, not a complete release, because it's not complete. This said, apparently this episode was included in the Season 1 DVD release in Region 4, and said DVD release is apparently very hard to get, so good luck finding it, if you want to own it. Same goes for streaming services. HBO apparently doesn't have it, Amazon replaced this segment with Dexter Slap a Story, like most TV airings do, but Google Play apparently had it, while you could still purchase series on it, since it's listed, and the photo of the episode description is indeed from this episode. And this is it, at least regarding the legal options. Alternative sources can be easily found online with a simple search. In case I missed a streaming platform, let me know in the comments and I'll pin your comment. So what do you think? Is the ban deserved or not? Write your opinion in the comments, and if you like this video, make sure to click thumbs up or comment, or share it, or subscribe. Everything helps with the algorithm. Also, if you have any suggestions for future topics in this series, let me know. I might make a video about it. See you soon.